We're live.
We're live.
Dude.
Episode 25, dude. Brotherly laughs,
Dude,
man.
we did it.
That's awesome. We did it.
We fucking. Did it.
We did it. You guys did it, dude. Fucking. Do we tell them the number now?
Yeah, let's rip the number now.
Rip the number now. I believe it was officially paid and comped out 185, right?
Yeah, something like that,
182, 185, somewhere around there. Fuck yeah. Thank you. Thank you all
It was
so
amazing.
much. Yeah. That fucking ruled. You
was
guys, me and
incredible.
Georgie cried all night, and we were kissing each other all night. It was very cool. Yeah, and then shout out to all the comics that showed up too. I think unofficially in that room was probably like 220 people that night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ruled, dude. There was a lot of heads. It was so much fun, dude. Fucking.
Don't sound so enthusiastic about it.
Dude, sorry. We just smoked a bunch of pot. I'm stoned now.
I know. I shouldn't have got Georgie high before we talked about it.
No.
Yeah, no.
It was fucking incredible, dude. We were talking about it. Like we had like 60 tickets sold a week out, and we were
Yeah.
like, dude, like unrealistically, what would feel really good would be like 100.
Yeah, I think like the goal was 80.
Yeah.
And we were 55. What a month? Like you said, like a month out, 60 a month out, and then day
The week
of.
before we had 60.
Yeah, the week before we had 60. So the day of, I texted one of the people at Helium, and I was like, I shouldn't have done this too. And I was like, what are we at? Like I was like trying to see like how hard are we gonna have to go bark today? Like did we blow it? And like are we just stuck at 60? And as soon as I sent that text message, I was like, fuck, I shouldn't have done that. I was like pacing around the house. I was like, I shouldn't have fucking done that. Shouldn't have. He's going to tell me there's no tickets sold. I'm going to have to go outside right now and just start screaming at everybody, right, to buy tickets. I'm like losing my shit. I see the bubbles pop up and I'm like, fuck, like just screaming. And he says 130 at noon. So we doubled our tickets in 3 days, and I think we sold 55 day of.
Yeah, dude, that
So-
shit fucking rules. I was at work,
Crazy.
and I was sanding spackle all goddamn day long, and then I went to get off of lunch, and I saw you called me like 3 times and texted
I was
me.
blowing you up.
And so I called you, and you were like, dude, we got 130 fucking tickets sold. And I was like, oh my God. And then I went to Wawa and got lunch, and then went back to standing spackle for 4 hours.
That rules. That rules. Yeah, I just stood outside and jumped up and down for like 4 straight hours, and I was like not focused on really anything. My house like could have been on fire. I was like not paying attention to anything. No, it was awesome. So thank you to everybody that came out. But yeah, the whole week was crazy, right?
Yeah,
Before we even get into the show, like we had our own crazy week. Like Sunday, we did our LGM Pod talent show.
Yeah, that was fun at Orleans.
At
dude.
Orleans, that was awesome. You know what? It's funny. A lot of comics that you would think are not very talented are extremely talented in other ways. They do, shout out Steve Hartman, dude. That fucking juggling was crazy.
Dude, he juggled the fucking, do you believe in life after life?
It was electric.
It was crazy.
It was
dude.
electric. I
Like,
fucking.
he was like he had the balls like singing the words, dude.
He
It
was
was sick.
singing. He gave it a little dance. White boy had flavor. Yeah, you know what I see? I see on the internet all the time in the comment. It's like, God forbid a white boy try to catch a vibe. That's the whole time what I was thinking when Steve Hartman was doing that. Where do you think you practice something like that?
Probably in your mom's house.
Yeah. You don't think he practices in public?
Fuck.
He practices in public? No.
Practice at his mom's house around the corner from Fry.
Yo, fucking. Because like the park I live by is just fucking riddled with hipsters.
Dude, you remember we saw those guys pogo, like extreme
We
pogo
saw
sticking?
professional pogo
Dude,
stickers.
doing like backflips and shit on pogo
That place
sticks.
isn't real
It
out
was
there.
crazy.
I see people, like, I'll be walking by, right? I don't have a job, right? So I'm out in the middle of the day. I know why I'm out in the middle of the day
Yeah.
walking around aimlessly, right? Then I, like, look into the park. I see a chick the other day get her laptop and climb into a tree
That rules.
and lay in the tree and start checking emails. I was like, how do these people have jobs?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on? Taking meetings from up in an oak tree is insane. People set up tight ropes there in that park.
Yeah, dude, slack lines.
Okay. Okay, I didn't know. Sure, whatever it is, it's ridiculous.
They're just getting people's ways all the time.
It does. It's just like it takes up an unnecessary amount. I've never seen like a rope just completely take up 50 to 100 feet of like space in a park.
I've never seen a family almost get squashed by a dude on a pink pogo stick. There's just kids and dogs running around. This guy's like doing backflips on his pogo
Flying,
stick.
dude. It was awesome. Yeah, I've gone there and they've had like water gun fights there, and like the parents don't give a fuck. They just like get hammered
Yeah,
at
of
the picnic
course, dude.
tables. George,
What?
not you. Dog. Georgie. All right.
All right.
Well, he's crying. You can hear it.
Do you remember the Krampus festival was there, dude?
Yeah, the Krampus festival was. They let all kinds of weird shit happen in that park, dude.
Except for homeless guys sleep there.
Yeah, they do not let homeless guys sleep there at all. That is not okay. I've gone there. You know, it's the kind of park where like if your dog shits and you forget a bag, you just ask somebody and they'll give you a bag.
Yeah.
Everyone's like very friendly. Yeah, you could shut that too. That would probably be helpful. Fuck, dude, the summer. My house becomes a fucking jungle
Dude,
in the summer, dude.
I was on the phone with Christian the other day. I was in my parents' backyard, and there's like birds fucking everywhere.
Everywhere.
And he's like, "You in a fucking Rainforest Cafe right now?"
Dude, Rainforest Cafe.
Never been, dude.
What?
Yeah.
Ruled. Yeah, I went when I was like 8 or 9 years old with my dad. It's like the pinnacle of white trash in there.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, dude. It's like if you were like, you know, it would be great, Animal Planet while we ate.
Yeah, dude. It's they also have like a soundtrack, so it's like constantly like it sounds like it's raining
Yeah.
and stuff. And then every 12 minutes, lightning goes off.
Yeah, like it's insane.
Like the whole like flash the lights, the whole
The
nine.
animatronics move.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
It's crazy.
And I went to Rainforest Cafe with my dad and his buddy, who is a war veteran and has vicious PTSD.
Oh, rules.
And
Thought he was in Vietnam.
he didn't know the lightning happened, so like the light started flashing, and it was like, and he was like. Like I saw him like go wide-eyed, and I was like, "Uh-oh, dude, John's gonna flip the table,
Just
dude."
start snapping necks and
Yeah, dude.
Dude, that's
These
so
jungle nachos are gonna go everywhere.
John's like gripping the back of your neck and he's just holding it. Fucking yeah, the Rainforest Cafe ruled. It's like adult Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fun, dude.
That's
That's like
a-
Margaritaville.
Yeah, there you go, yeah. Fry Guy still frequents the Rainforest
Fry Guy loves
Cafe.
Jimmy Buffett, dude.
It's literally not fun. It's literally the most ridiculous place ever. It's fucking crazy in there. So we had the town show. So Steve killed it, and then who else was up there? We had Siobhan read a poem
Yeah.
from the Philadelphia Comedy
Oh,
Network.
she didn't read a poem. She like,
Oh, she wrote a poem.
yeah, she like did like, like spoken word.
A
about
spoken
it.
word, not poem.
Yeah, I believe the exact quote was an interpretive dance of
she
the
talks.
PCN. Yeah, well, performance maybe.
You can't just make shit up.
Yeah, we literally made up a talent show.
Yeah, but like you can't just put two words together and make it mean something. That's stupid to me.
Yeah, you can.
Well, I mean you could, but like I don't like the way that happens. Like it's just a poem. You just read a poem. Shit rhymed.
No, it didn't.
What is spoken word if not a poem?
It's just talking.
So her talent was talking.
Yeah.
That's retarded. that's my talent's talking. This isn't an interpretive performance of brotherly laughs right now.
Yeah, it
it's
is,
not a
dude.
poem either. I'm not rhyming about it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, there's also a person who came up and said they could whistle and then could not whistle.
Yeah, that was atrocious, dude. She was mad too, or they were mad. They were really mad.
Hell yeah. There you go.
I got it.
You
I
got
figured
it,
it out. They could not whistle for shit. None of them. And we gave her like 4 times. But anyway, fucking let's get off that topic. Siobhan, fucking Siobhan's was good. What did she? Yeah. Chrissy cut that whole thing.
She pretty much just made fun of like the Philly comedian Facebook group.
Well, this was and it was so good too because when she got to us, everyone always calls us the Friendly Boys because of the sketch group and like Friendly Lounge and everything. So she said, to the Friendly Boys, you're just that. friendly, right? And that like warmed my heart.
Yeah,
Because-
it's not what I was expecting. at
Yeah,
all.
right. I thought she was gonna say something mean, but she, she's just
Everybody
Siobhan.
hates you guys.
Yeah, but Siobhan said something super nice. And then later that night, we were at a mic, and a girl went up on stage. I think her name's Hope, and she was like, the Friendly Boys are here. Every mic I go to, the Friendly Boys are here. How do they get pussy? That doesn't make any sense. And then just kind of proceeded to rip us up. She was like, they eat zins like gum, and I was like, we smoke cigarettes. Me and Christy were like, we smoke cigarettes. It's kind of like our whole fucking
I
thing.
was gonna say that's like the whole friendly thing.
That's our whole deal, is that we smoke cigarettes, and it's very cool. Jake chews on zins.
Yeah.
We do not like zins. But yeah, I thought that was funny that two people both mentioned our groups in the night, and they both had vastly different reactions to us.
I think one was probably had more weight to it than the other one.
Well, don't talk about their weight, George.
Ew.
The one was a poem, and one was a bad stand-up. No, that was an interpretive performance.
I was gonna say bad stand-up is just poetry.
Yeah, bad stand-up is a poem. It's a haiku.
Yeah.
How to get you off in 5 sentences. What else? So who else went up? Oh, we got to talk about the winner.
No, dude, it's only a haiku if you're at time because they give you the gong.
Yeah, the
Shout out time, dude. I'm 6th top performer.
dude, I seen it, dude. Yo,
always
shout out
makes
the
me
Good Samaritan. If you don't know who the Good Samaritan is, Good Samaritan rules.
Yeah, he's number 1.
He's number one.
I
Number
beat
one
you,
in the
Frog.
city.
Yeah. I beat all of our friends. I'm the only one who's been gong there out of our group. Yeah.
That's awesome, and you're still 6.
Yeah.
A gong. So wait, explain. So if you get gong, that means you're doing very bad, right?
Yeah, if you do like a joke that doesn't get any laughs at all, and then you can't recover it, you get gonged.
Okay, gotcha. And you're the only one out of all of our homies. That
Yeah,
have
out of
been-
our friends who's been gonged, but still above all of them, dude. That's not true. So,
Damn, you're saying Georgie's stacking the crowd?
You think I'm cheating, dude?
Georgie's got plans. If Georgie had plans, how would be the only one that got gonged?
I got gonged in front of him.
The audience rates you. They're the ones that gives you the scores.
Oh, so the gong really has no weight whatsoever.
The gong's just for the energy of the room.
How does? So wait.
The gong does have definable rules, though. He does explain. It's like if you get no laughs in 2.5 minutes, you get gonged. Like it's not like he's just like, you suck.
Now, what happens if the gong guy? He has to gong
Yeah,
himself.
they've gonged the mic or the
I mean,
host.
there's multiple hosts.
Everybody's gong.
Everybody's got gong privileges
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
host
yeah.
team, I believe.
Yeah, they're all gonging each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all sucking on each other's gongs. They're fucking.
No, mostly they're just arguing from the god mic and then the host from the.
Oh,
from the
that's
room.
fun. So
it's good fun.
it's
It's
just-
a great room, dude.
It's comedy, John.
Yeah.
It's jazz,
It is
John.
jazz, John.
It's
It's
Center
very
City,
jazz,
John.
It's very fun, dude. I like Style Points, Mike. It rocks.
Instead of Ty Wood, they have Nick Balsero. Yo, Ty brings her own twist to comedy, John, and Nick Balsero brings his own twist to the Gong Show. Oh, man.
That's fun. That's fun.
Very fun.
That's good stuff. Okay, so then...
Oh, so much fun.
Oh, don't get me started. Done.
Dude,
Okay.
John Phillips was on a new one last night.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. Speaking of dickheads, John Phillips, fucking John Phillips. Last night I leave Helium, right? Because we were gonna go to the next place, but I had to roll out real quick. And as I leave, fucking you go ahead, Chrissy. What does he say to you? I was hanging out with Christian and Brendan.
I don't know what you set up a story that I don't.
Oh, I thought
remember.
you were there. You told me it this morning.
Well, no, I was just talking about how he was doing Asian voice right after you left. The
Yeah,
entire-
that's what I was
He
saying.
didn't fade out from Asian voice until he saw Logan again.
I don't. You. Chrissy called me this morning. And goes, yo, that motherfucker Logan, he's Asian. He not white.
So that time he fucking jumped on board. Dude.
Fucking. I know. I have silky hair.
Yeah.
I tried to get it French braided yesterday. I think I'm gonna start doing that, like Snoop Dogg
Yeah,
braids
you
or
should
something.
do pigtails, dude.
Yeah, pigtails.
That'd be
I'll
sick.
probably pull them off. Maybe
Do
we
you
should
get? Do you
that.
think you got any of the good Asian attributes? Like, do you think you're good at like?
He was an
I can
accountant.
flip
Yeah, you're an accountant. Can you peel fruit very well?
like with my fingers?
Yeah. How fast can you gut a fish?
Like
He's good at smoking cigarettes.
I'm great. I
Oh,
can
yeah.
squat and smoke like a
Squat
fucking
and smoke.
He
champ.
spits a lot.
I do. Oh, I spit a ton. It's disgusting, actually.
I remember one
Like I'll
time.
be. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know why, but like, I forget if we were on the phone or we were walking together, but I was just like, my stomach was kind of like nauseous. And then I was like walking, I think we were walking. And then he just kept being like, and like spitting. And every time he spit, I was like, oh, it was like making me so grossed out, dude. And then
it's
fucking,
so gross how often I spit.
but I don't remember. I think it might have been the same day. And then we were all in front of Helium, and then everybody's like bouncing. And Jake goes, ew, dude, look at Logan spit all over the ground and just steps in all of it. He's like on purpose.
I was like spitting all over the street, and Jake goes, "Oh my god, this is so gross!" And Jake just drug his feet.
Dude, that shit was disgusting. I was already like, ew, this is grossing me
Oh,
out.
you could see it like
Yeah.
sticking to his fucking feet. It was so gross.
Dude,
Jake's
disgusting.
disgusting.
Disgusting. Dude.
Oh yeah, not me for spitting all over the street. Dude, that's a. Did we ever talk about that on the pod when me and Jake got in a fight? Or not like when Jake and I fought each other? No. When so spit has gotten us into so much trouble.
Oh,
dude.
yeah, we talked about this. The
Yeah,
British
oh,
guy.
the British guy. We
Yeah.
talked about this on the pod. Okay, never mind then.
That was old John when you fucking hocked a loogie or
Jake hocked a
loogie.
loogie, and a guy yelled at Jake, and he was like, "Oi," you know. I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Relax, bro. Like next time I'm gonna have him spit on your house."
Yeah.
Because like you can't be like the sidewalk monitor. That's not how that works.
Also,
Like,
you can't tell me what to do
I'll spit anywhere.
with that kind of accent.
Yeah,
we're
definitely
here.
not with
You
that
know
kind of
what I'm saying?
accent. You're definitely not gonna. I have too much Irish in me to fucking let that happen.
Yeah,
And so I what's it called?
me too.
I had to go back past his house. Right? Yeah, we're pretty much like the same.
Yeah, Chinese
thought-
Irish.
I thought you were saying that
We're yellow
Logan's within- Logan's just in George sexually with his penis.
Well, duh. Well, duh.
We were all thinking
This
it.
is kind of gay, dude. Why do you want to see us have sex? Why does everybody want to see us have sex?
Dude, I'm trying to make money off of this thing, and I feel like an OnlyFans is the easiest way.
I think we should finally start a paywall where it's just me and George banging.
Can we
Yeah.
just jerk off?
Patreon's
No, we
played
can't
out,
just
dude.
jerk off. We got to go for it. They're going to pay $10. They're going to get $10 worth of content.
All right, I'm just gonna keep fucking eating a bunch of dairy. So I'm like, oh no, you got to be on the bottom again.
Yeah, I think it should be us in either side of the corner. Like either room, like you know what I mean? Like you're on that corner, I'm on that corner. We could just talk to each other.
That'll be the OnlyFans.
That'll be the OnlyFans. But we're naked.
Okay. Can I jerk off?
Yeah, you can jerk off.
Okay, right on.
Yeah. Loser bus first.
Let's make it. Let's make an OnlyFans where we play Ookie Cookie.
Oh, what is that?
That's when you and a bunch of your homeboys
Nut on it,
stand
right?
around a cookie, and whoever
Yes.
comes on it last has to eat it.
That's good.
Isn't that nice?
No, that's disgusting. That's fucking gross.
Soggy muffin. It's got a few names. Dude.
Oh no, I lost again. I lost third time in a row. You get it because I want to keep
You have a
eating.
cork in your pee hole.
The paywall's just us sounding each other.
But we use like knives and shit.
Oh, gross. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so then Ronan at the talent show
Oh, we could put markers in our pee holes and draw with them. Anyway, what did Ronan do?
Mike Hoover would have done way better if he just did that.
Who fucking painting? Oh God, dude. Anyway, Ronan fucking danced to Fergalicious,
Fergalicious,
which is way gayer than anything we've talked about
Dude.
for the last 10 minutes.
Dude, he goes at the end of the song, he goes, yeah, I sucked a guy's dick earlier, and it's just the gayest thing I've done all day.
He killed it so hard. He crushed. He crushed. He came up and I go, yo, we're gonna put you like towards the end, and he's like, all right. I'm like, you cool with that? And he's like, I love that. I was like, fuck yeah. I was like, fuck yeah.
That shit rocks.
He
dude.
killed it, dude. He killed it. He fucking. You know what was so funny? He did it, and like once he was doing it, I think we all looked at each other on stage, and I was like, "Oh, he's got to win, right?"
Yeah, for
He
sure.
wins, he completely wins. George goes, "Since when is karaoke a talent?" Fucking every Sunday and Wednesday, brother.
But you made a good point. You're like, he doesn't have any of the words, and he still knows all of them.
Yeah, he didn't have. Yeah, that's what I mean. If
Dude,
you
at
can
one
sing
point-
the song without seeing it on a TV screen,
At one point, he like turned
good.
around, so he was
sound.
he was facing us, and his eyes were closed, and he was like,
He did, dude. Once he hit that 180 and he was just completely
he was
in
he
the
was
mix.
Fergie, dude.
He was Fergie.
It was crazy.
That was insane. Yeah, so Ronan won. Well, which was weird, because then we had Manny come up afterwards, and that was fun. Manny ended it. I don't think we should even put that clip in the podcast. He said something really bad.
Yeah.
He said,
He actually said what you said at Helium.
yeah, he said, nothing. Just, anyway, so we,
I called him a black Israelite, and then he said
and
something.
then he said he hates the Jews.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you also. That's great. Let's go ahead and beep this entire minute and a half out.
I gotta say, Manny came up and did slam poetry, and for a guy in a dashiki, he was not that good at it, dude.
He was doing interpretive performance. Like, what's the difference between what he did and what Siobhan did? How is one an interpretive performance and
Well,
the other one slam poetry? Because one guy's a black guy.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Yes.
that's fucking racist.
Yes.
They can't see it on the page, but behind the camera, every single person just tried to fist fight for the opportunity to say, "'Cause Manny's a black guy." 'Cause so when white women do it, it's performative.
And when black guys do it, it's scary.
It's hip hop. It's hip hop. That's fucking insane. I don't like that it's slam either. Like it's like, yeah, yeah.
He's never done slam poetry
Yeah.
a day in his fucking life, dude.
That guy looks like he exclusively does slam poetry. He's not slamming shit.
I did get to Fergie's one night
Throw
early on a
women's
Wednesday.
heads
I
into the
swear I
ground.
saw him. Oh, sorry.
What?
So I got to Fergie's one night early on a Wednesday. I swear I saw him, dude.
Yeah, probably.
What doing? Yeah, they do poetry at Fergie's on a Wednesday.
Yeah, that was the worst thing I've ever walked into.
Oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, the
I
council.
thought you were gonna say he was slamming all the food items on the menu.
Yes. Slamming Oreos into milk. All right.
Oh, I wish I could do that.
What?
So I wish I could do that.
You had better dreams, for I said. Fucking.
Dude, I did dream I fucking drank last night. was a lot of
What
fun.
were you drinking?
Whiskey.
Oh,
It's
I
really
thought you were gonna
sad.
say
No,
milk.
no, it was cool.
No, it wasn't.
I was I was staying at my parents' house, and my buddy gave me mushrooms on the Brotherly last night.
Yeah.
So I ate like some of the mushrooms
Oh,
last
yeah, I
night.
popped the cap.
Yeah, but last night I ate like a good amount, like a couple grams. And then I was walking my dog, and I was like, "Oh my god, why did I do this?"
I started eating you by
I
yourself.
was like, "I'm so sad right now. Why did I eat mushrooms? Like, why did I think this would be a good idea?"
Oh,
And then
how was it?
And then it was fun. It was fun.
It felt normal, actually.
I was just chain smoking fucking weed and cigarettes.
Nice.
And then I like fell asleep, and then I like had a dream that I woke up at my mom's house, and I was just like, meh, and just like drank a bunch of whiskey, and then I was like, oh, this is awesome. And then I woke up and I was like, fuck, wish I actually did it.
I'm really proud of you.
Fuck you.
Really.
Get out of here.
Comment underneath.
I
Keep
didn't
it going,
do, I didn't,
George.
I
Keep
didn't
going,
do it.
George.
I didn't do it.
Comment on the video. Keep going, George. No, that's good. I don't think I've had a dream in 20 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fun.
I don't know any dreams.
They've already been crushed.
Yeah. I don't
That's
dream.
sadder than my fucking
I don't
dream.
dream, brother. I do.
Hey-o, there you
I don't
go.
have dreams. I have visions. I have premonitions. You ever seen that movie?
What movie?
That was slam poetry right there. I'm not black.
Hey, you're Chinese.
Premonition with Sandra Bullock.
No,
I've never seen it either.
That's that
but
movie
I know,
where-
I know the whole thing.
that's that movie where that black guys go to football, right? And then she like takes all of his money or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. She holds him at gunpoint.
He had a premonition.
Forces him into a room he's never been in in her life. Yeah, The Blind Side is one of my favorite movies. And shout out Sandy B. I love a good Sandy B, dude.
Blonde
Sandy
Sandy
B. Fuck me up, Blonde Sandy B. I would let Blonde Sandy B punch me in the face. She rules. Are you going to protect my family, Michael? Are you going to protect the family? I've never been harder in my life. Yeah. She rules in that movie. She's great. You guys should watch Blindside. Well, actually, you shouldn't. You should illegally download it because that white family gets all the money.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really sad. It's like that millionaire football player didn't get any money.
Is he a millionaire?
I don't know. Probably not.
No.
Is he not?
No, I'm pretty sure that guy's fucked.
Poor Michael Orr, dude. At least he got a bed. It's like part of that whole movie. I never had one. A room to yourself. A bed. I laugh every time. I laugh so hard every
You're
time.
doing the Green Mile.
No, they just and that's the other fucked up part of that movie. You know, that's one of the few books I've ever read is The Blind Side. I've actually read that book, and he was a basketball star too, and not a total fucking idiot. And I'm pretty sure he went to that school for a year before they ever like tried to adopt him. Like in the movie, he's there for like a week and a half, and they're like, "Oh my god!" But you know, like they seen him 100 times before they offered him a ride home. You know, they were like, the janitors keeps taking classes at the school. They thought they were in Goodwill Hunting. Little did they know they had Blindside right in front of them.
He had one really good game, and they were like, I think I want
Yeah,
to give him a ride home.
easy.
They were just checking that he had the same backpack every day before.
Yeah, the real Leanne Toohey thought she lost her cell phone and thought he stole it from the basketball game. Excuse me, you mind emptying your backpack right now?
Dude, who's the only kid in that school with a clear backpack?
I said, we got this just for you. We know you don't have much, but this way we can see all the items you have.
But this way we can make sure you don't have any more.
It's really fucked up, dude. That poor kid, dude. God, dude, fucking get Michael Orr the money he needs.
Dude, I've been thinking about
Don't have a
joining the
fucking
NFL,
job,
dude.
dude. Send us monies.
Let's join the NFL.
We should join the NFL. We could probably play for the Sixers. We go to the NBA. They suck.
Yeah.
Logan can go the mascot route.
I should have. I was the mascot in high school and in college. I followed Legacy, and I it was cool. I
Like
remember
Sammy from Blue Mountain State.
Yeah, it was that's exactly what it was, dude. I would just get fucking hammered. I remember one time I ate like an edible, like a whole brownie before I got in for a women's basketball game. And like I remember I'm standing at the corner and someone took a video of me and I'm standing like on the actual like floor just staring off into space. It was such a terrible game.
It's hilarious when you can tell the mascot is high.
Dude, I remember one time I got a technical foul at a women's basketball game. It was D3 women's basketball. She roll calves.
You're just grabbing butts.
I was not grabbing butts. It wasn't a technical assault.
Were you naked under there?
Yeah.
Why is there a wet spot in the mascot's?
Why is there a hole at the bottom of the suit? Oh, that's too far. Oh, everyone looks at me like I'm
there's
the
a
ass-
hole in the back of it.
That's for you. So anyway, I'm at the.
You look like the Atlanta Braves.
My grandmom does claim that we're Native American. It might be. Have you never heard of our tribe, the Atlanta Braves?
Oh my God! What'd you do?
Oh, you had to get the technical foul. I wasn't touching butts, you fucking sickos. I was doing that
You
at
were scoop
volleyball
slamming?
games. I was doing that. Scoop slamming is great.
Dude, I remember when I was in like 7th grade, they made an announcement, and they were like, "Everybody has to stop ball tapping and scoop slamming each other."
Those of you who don't know what a scoop slam, that's a scoop slam. Fucking.
Because you don't know what a ball tap.
I was wondering if you were gonna do it. I was like, please don't hit me hard. I was like, please don't hit me hard. I would have let you do it, but I was like, please don't hit me that hard. I fucking No, so anyway, I'm at the basketball game. The ball rolls over to me. It's a D3 women's basketball game, so the score is like fucking 26 to like 27 in the fourth quarter, and it's a nail biter, right? It's fucking. I'm pretty sure a girl in a walker got in. It was crazy. It was so the ball like rolled over to my feet, and like it was like me, and like I always brought a homie to be my handler who would just drink with me. He'd just walk around and he would feed me drinks and weed so I didn't have to get out of the suit.
That's awesome.
So he would walk around me, ball rolls up to my feet, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to make him laugh. Make Kev laugh. So I grabbed the ball and I put it behind my back and I'm right against the basketball net. Like they have this big pad. Right?
Yeah.
So I lean up against the basketball net and the ref comes over and he's like, give me the ball. And, the crowd is not energetic right now. So I'm like, I'm going to get him up. So I go to give him the ball, right? But fake him out.
Fake him out.
Fake him out, right? There's no ball.
Duh.
Right, dude. But I still have my other hand behind my back, so it looks like I'm holding it. So the crowd goes, right. And then the ref's like, I'm not playing around, man. Give me the ball. So, I can't say anything because I'm a mascot. I put both my hands behind my back again, but I'm holding up against the wall. And I said them both that time, right?
Hell yeah,
Crowd
dude.
goes fucking insane. Crowd goes crazy, dude. It was like Madison Square Garden in there. It was like 11 people
I
at
wish
the
there was a
basketball.
tape from that we could watch.
Yeah, that's what we need. That's what we need. A tape of that. I'm actually terrible live. I actually, what's it called? So then, right as I did that, he teed me up for embarrassing him in front of everybody, and then kicked me out of the game. But I was like really like living it up, right? So I was like kicking chairs over, giving him some of that. And then I got yelled at by the women's basketball coach, and she was like, "Oh, you can't get a fucking technical." And I was like, "You guys can't score more than 30 points a game." Like, that's not.
Like I'm
on
watching
me.
hockey right
That's
now.
what it did, dude. It looked like I was watching baseball. It was fucking so boring. Anyway, though, roll cabs.
Roll Cavs, dude.
They were
Rest in
great.
peace.
I know, rest in peace. Villanova purchased them. So Ronan won. He got a T-shirt. Shout out Ortliebs for letting us do the talent show
Talent
there.
show.
We
That
love
was fun,
Ortliebs. Mwah. Okay, and then what else did we do? Oh,
Tuesday.
Tuesday we get our board, right? We got our Brotherly Laughs board. Thank
Shout
you
out
for-
Rue.
Shout out
Rules.
Rue. Yeah, I mean that was fun going to get it. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I guess so. dude.
We so I don't want to we're not trying to give Rue's identity away or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I don't really.
I guess we probably shouldn't talk about the thing
Yeah,
at all.
maybe
then.
we shouldn't talk about it then. Yeah, actually, let's scratch this story altogether. One of the coolest taggers in the city made us a very cool custom piece, and we really appreciate you for that. Thank you, Rue.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out, Rue.
Yeah. Damn, that sucks. The thing was fun. Whatever.
It was, yeah, I know, but you think you'd be mad? Just nod. Don't answer because they don't know who I'm talking to right now behind the camera.
I don't think it's a smart idea.
Yeah, all right.
I don't think it's a
Yeah,
smart
that's
idea.
fair. That's fair. So let's get back to the show. So we get to the show on so Brotherly Laughs.
Brotherly Laughs. We did it, brother.
We did it. Give me a hug. We did it. Everybody.
Mwah.
Yeah, Jake was so mad at how much we were kissing.
I know, dude.
It was so funny. Me and George were kissing a whole fucking bunch, dude. Gross.
Friendly, I kiss it.
Fraga, he said, I'm kidding. No, you're not. You fucking. We have video of you kissing me. It was cool. I thought, I thought the show went great.
I
At
thought
least
it
it
went
felt like it did.
Very well, dude. Everyone was fucking stoked.
I think, the amount of people we were there, it felt like
That
the
was
comics were
crazy.
happy.
That was crazy. I did not expect that, honestly. I thought that it was going to be fun, and I thought it was going to be good. I
Yeah.
didn't think it was going to be that fucking packed.
Yeah, for sure.
That was sick, dude.
We had, and it was just crazy. So again, thank you to everyone that came out, and shout out Fry and Chrissy and Jake and Sean and Peggy and Brian and John Phillips. Thank
Tom
you.
Phillips, dude.
Just for coming out and doing it. And we have clips playing in throughout, right, for some of these. Yeah, well, maybe we'll do some of that. And then what else happened that night? I mean, after it was just once we gotten done, once my time was up, I immediately started drinking.
Yeah.
I was such a wreck that whole day that I was like, oh, I can finally I'm pretty sure I looked at you like, job's done.
Yeah.
Good luck, fuckers. And just started drinking.
I was gonna say it was very funny reviewing the footage of the show because every time you came out to host, you had a new beverage in your hand.
It was so bad, dude.
How did you feel before the show? Were you scared?
Not scared. I was just getting so antsy. I was getting so antsy, and it was just once you start seeing all the people, and I think it was just, I felt calm about it. I felt like we were in a good headspace. It didn't feel like we were doing Funniest, which is super competitive, and everybody's really stressed out. It felt like it was more the homies got to put something together. Everybody came out for it. We had a super strong showing, and just in general, I felt I felt good. But once lights started getting on and everything started kind of happening, I was like, oh fuck, here we go.
Yeah.
This is either gonna go really, really bad or really, really good. I would say it went really good.
Yeah, I think it went fucking super well, dude. I had a bunch of friends I hadn't seen in a couple of years.
Oh, your people
and
came
shit.
out.
That fucking rocked, dude.
It was
That
great.
was
Yeah,
exciting.
our parents met
Yeah.
one of each other.
I had
was fun.
yeah, dude, your mom loved me. That was awesome.
It was insane.
She kept kissing me and
I
telling me I
know.
was her kid, dude.
I know it was. Which is an insane thing to say when I'm right there. I wish you were my child. What the fuck? What the fuck? Dude, and that was probably the highlight of my night was I got to tell my mom to shut the fuck up
Yeah,
in front of 200 people. She yelled my horrific childhood nickname out at
Logie
me.
Bear.
You didn't have to say it. She said that. Yeah, that was hard. You know what's funny? That's the second time that's happened in my life. So one time when I was in Little League, I was up to bat, and she was like, "Go ahead, Logie Bear." And I remember I stopped. The game is going on, and I stopped and I turned around to the thing and I was like, "Shut the fuck up! Why would you say that in front of everybody? I hate you." And then I turned back around and took my at bat. I'm pretty sure I got on base.
I
She
bet you are
cried.
pretty sure you got on base.
Yeah, I'm 100% sure. I used to get hit by pitches all the time.
Hell.
That's why people used to ask my dad, "Why does your son get hit by pitches so much?"
He's like, 'cause you can't hit the fucking ball.
My dad
and
used
he
to say,
wants
'cause
to walk.
Yeah, it's more fun to be on base than it is to be on the bench.
Yeah.
No, it's just because you always piss the other kids off,
Yeah,
dude.
that could also be
That's
true.
probably true.
That could also be true. We had this kid on our little league team one time. He got hit in the head. He flipped the fuck out. Flipped the fuck out. Like, dude, the ball hit him in the head. Dong, right? And fucking, he starts screaming and then charges them down with the baseball bat.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
It ruled. Yeah, like my little league team growing up, I played for Bridesburg Cougars, right? Which at the time was like, I think it was like our third season or second season as a little league team. Dude, I mean, we didn't have uniforms. We all played in hoodies and sweatpants for most of the season.
You guys are like a fucking bar league softball team,
was,
dude.
It was a straight beer league. And I remember we would pull up. We had kids that had like real bad like anger problems
Yeah.
and shit. It was like the retarded Bad News Bears. And they fucking dude, it was just regular Bad News Bears. And yeah, we practiced right next to the Betsy Ross Bridge. And fucking yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible. We lost every single game.
That's awesome. That fucking rules.
They got us jerseys with one game left. They go, guys, open up this box. You guys got 'em."
Surprise.
We finally got them. Like, it was crazy.
Did you wear 'em?
Yeah, we did. They were cool.
Nice.
Old English B on there.
Just in time for the playoffs, dude.
Yeah, we didn't make any kind of playoffs. I remember our coach was like big into like, let's just go out there and have fun. Yeah, it's hard to have fun when you're losing by 40 in the first fucking inning. You guys ever lose by double digits in the first 30 minutes of a baseball game? You're like, holy shit, I've seen that kid bat 4 times already. Are they all twins on this team? I remember we got up to 1. The kid, we used to play like Catholic schools sometimes, and those kids were nasty, right? They're throwing like 70 miles an hour. And I'll never forget. We pull up, and this kid, I think his name was like Tristan or something. He sees the kid like taking pitching practice, puts his glove back in his bag, and tells the coach, "Yeah, I'm not playing today." The coach is like, "We need you to play." He's like, "I'm not playing. I'm not gonna step in the box. He's throwing too fast."
All the kids from the Catholic school keep their bats on their asses.
They were also huge and could beat the shit out of me when I was a kid. I was a little fat fuck running around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Little
bad.
Kim Jong Un.
Yeah. A little Korean pork chop just running the bases. I remember one time I tried to slide and I just looked like I had gotten shot by a sniper, dude. My body didn't know how to propel itself forward. It just fell, just crumbled.
Someone was hunting you.
Dude, I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and they told me that their family members go big game hunting. Like they go kill rhinos and stuff. You think that's cool?
Yeah, it's sick, dude.
That's
No,
cool.
that's fucked up.
Oh, that's not cool.
No.
Yeah, you're right. That's not cool.
The only big game hunting I like, you know what I'm saying?
And
Fucking fat bitches.
you and John Phillips both, brother.
It's warm in there, dude.
Dude, I could have sworn that Arab's big game hunting was more like towers and stuff.
Dude, the other day at Ortlieb's, fucking, there was this Arab kid who went up, and then
that
it's
was
4-minute sets, and then you guys put a kid after him, and then I was after that guy, and I was like, hey, check it out, 2 Arab guys 4 minutes apart from each other. Does that remind you of anything? And everyone was like, nah, what the fuck? And I was like, oh, that's pretty funny.
And Fry was in the back like, I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I get it.
Also, it was hilarious that guy, he was like, oh, I'm fucking Mustafa Muhammad or whatever. And then I was like, I'm also Arab. I'm George Miller. Rules.
Dude, it is funny.
That guy's name is fake, I bet.
We are just one Mexican and Asian kid doing things.
It was, in fact, a fake name.
It was?
Yeah.
What's
Well,
his-
I forget what his real name was, but he was like, yeah. I was like, what's your name? And he was like, oh, my name's this, but
Just like-
put me down as Mustafa Muhammad.
Oh.
And I was
That's so
like,
I
no.
hate
being
that.
racist.
He's like, I'm John Smith. Can you put me down as
Yeah.
It was,
Mustafa?
yeah, it was pretty white. I remember it was pretty. It was probably
Tyler.
Yeah. Brian.
I love the name Tyler, dude. You know why? I
Well,
used to watch 16 and Pregnant all the time. That was my favorite group.
hell yeah.
Caitlin and Tyler. You ever watch that show?
No.
You should watch it. It's pretty good. There's one, right? There's
I watched it in my neighborhood.
there's this one girl that gives her baby away for adoption. And there's this scene where the dad, like, they were like real bad. They're like, their family's real bad. They live in like they live in like a trailer.
The family whose daughter was pregnant at 16.
Yeah, and she gave her kid away for adoption, and she got a tattoo of the baby's foot.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, you know, like how like it was super white trash. And then the dad goes, "You're fucking stupid. Got a tattoo of a baby you don't even have." And I remember going, "This is peak television, dude." God. I wish my family would have just signed up early on to have cameras like shoved in our fucking face, dude. We would have made millions.
You ever
And
watch-
we got fucked up anyway. Like everyone's on drugs and all fucked
Yeah, I was
up
gonna say,
anyway.
you could do 16 and pregnant and intervention at the same time.
And my strange addiction. Fucking and hoarders. You could do all of those shows. I am TLC.
Yeah, you're A&E.
This is my
dude.
fucking family. Yeah, I'm
Wherever it
A&E.
is.
Scared straight. That's fucking. Anyway, the show was great.
Show was wonderful, dude.
Not even 16 and Pregnant. Brotherly Laughs was
Bro,
fantastic.
it was sick, dude. Fucking. Oh, there was something else I wanted to say about it. I don't remember though. Eh,
Thank you, Joe Werner, right? That's Joe Warner.
Joe Warner
Joe Warner took
Ray
awesome
Mathis,
pictures. And Ray Mathis, yeah.
and Chrissy.
And Chrissy and
And
Brody. Thank you guys for shooting it and being our crew. And shout out to Helium for letting us do it. You know, it was cool. Once we had gotten done, they cheered us on in the back. It was very.
Yeah, it was sick, dude. The office was fun, dude. Fucking, it's just sick because like all winter we just been like nutbags and like being outside and fucking partying, but like within that just plugging so hard. And like people, I feel like people were like, these guys are fucking like not doing shit.
Well, yeah, they didn't think. I don't think
And
a lot
then-
of people thought we were gonna have more than like 50 people in that room.
And then like the show showed that like what we have been doing for fucking literally like 4 months straight has actually like amounted to
For sure.
a real like it was like a fucking comedy show, dude. It was
Yeah, I
sick.
mean, it was a full blown comedy show on a Thursday night at 10. I mean, like again, shout out to Chrissy, shout out to Brody, shout out to Fry, Brendan, and then it goes way deeper than just 4 months ago. We've been doing this stuff
Yeah,
for a while,
of
and
course, but-
you know, everybody, like all you guys that listen to the pod before 30 episodes and help us get to 100 listeners a week and shit like that, like that's huge. And like we couldn't, you're gonna make me cry. It's cool. My 5th grade teacher, Mrs. Steinmetz, fuck yous, told me I would never make money for talking, so she can suck a dick. It's just-
It was sick. Like fucking, I remember like going to 2 Street for the first time, and then like telling my parents like I told them I was going to a comedy show the night before, and
Yeah.
the next day I got in from work, and they were like, "Oh, like how was the show?" And I was like, "Oh, it was cool. It was open mic." And they were like, "What were you doing there?" And I was like, "I did comedy." And they were like, "That's crazy. Like that's wild." And like for so long, it was just like, "Oh, how's that little thing you're doing?" And then like,
yeah,
I got to bring them to our
our own
the
show.
first show that we've produced plenty of shows, but the first show that we've produced at a national comedy club.
Yeah, that
And
was
like it wasn't like them and then your parents and then like Christian's
No, it
family,
was
and then
like-
it was
yeah.
like people.
a ton of people came out. And it's just talking about your parents. Like, your dad's with me outside the club. Like, and it's crazy. I'm smoking a cigarette and we're watching. There were so many people there. Like, there were people that didn't even know who I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a line at one point, like past, a couple of the restaurants next to Helium, and they're all pouring in, and your dad's standing there with me, and like I'm smoking a cigarette, we're not saying anything, and he just goes, "This shit is fucking crazy." And I was like, get out of my brain. I was like, it was a cool moment, you're seeing your mom and everything, and just like my mom hasn't seen me do comedy since I was 18 years old. So like,
No.
to see me at 28 now doing it at the club, like that's just very cool.
Yeah,
and
dude, it's sick. Fucking my old boss and coworker came out.
everybody came out to support everybody who's
Surprised me.
that's the least they could do. I mean, they kind of fucked everything else up.
They helped me out a lot.
They rule. Mike
For
and
8
Pete
years.
Rule, right? Mark and Pete.
Yeah, Mark and Pete.
Mark
dude.
and Pete.
They got to see jokes about them.
Yeah, they were great. I mean, you know, Nick hung out with us, which was cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Dude, Pete was tearing up at the end.
yeah, dude. It was just-
After the set, like I walked over to him and his face, he was like smiling, but he was like all scrunched up, and he was like, "That was fucking awesome."
yeah,
man."
dude.
And,
That's
and then he gave me a hug and he was like, "That was so cool seeing that. Like, you know, we were together for so many years, and like I heard all like, you know, I've been hearing you talk, and it
rules.
was just amazing." And like he was saying all this nice shit, and I was hugging him, and I was like, "Is Pete fucking crying?" And then like we like let go of the hug or whatever. I looked at him, he was just like,
Yeah,
I was like,
dude.
"That's awesome."
you
That
know.
rules.
Shout out Christian's brother flew in and
Oh, yeah,
surprised,
surprised
us.
him,
That
dude.
was fucking awesome. You want to say anything about that?
Yeah, dude, I had people from Georgia and Iowa.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, dude, that ruled, dude. I was walking down the street and I was like, oh, that guy looks like my brother. That's crazy. And I walk in and he's like, hey man, how you doing? I
Yeah.
was like, holy shit.
That ruled. That ruled. Yeah. So your brother came out. You know, my sister brought all her friends out, and it was just, it was really cool. You know, there were people from Wayne Quizzo that came out and bought 10 tickets. So it
I was
was.
gonna say it's literally all the characters that I've seen from the last 6 months of my life, dude. Everyone that I met at a
Pretty
bar
much.
was like, "Oh, I have the show. We have the show like later in the year."
Yeah.
Just nuts.
It's just random, and they're like, "Oh, we saw you at karaoke." And it's just
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
nice,
dude.
dude.
Yeah,
it was
like,
crazy.
It's crazy, dude. I remember we were talking to you know, somebody at Helium about like we had just given out the first stack of flyers and shit. And then he was like, "Yeah, dude, it seems like what you guys are doing, like the guerrilla marketing or whatever, is working like really well."
Yeah,
And it
and
was like it's exhausting as fuck, but like it's just crazy to see it actually come to fruition.
yeah, it pays off. I mean, you know, not to give up our secrets, but Philadelphia, you can bark here.
Yeah.
You just gotta fucking put the work
Yeah,
in.
but I'm not saying we're breaking new ground here or nothing.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
just-
we're not. No, I mean, like, it's just, you know, I feel like a lot of people rely on these paid advertisements and stuff like that, and that's great if that works for you and stuff, but, like, we're getting real people in there that really, really feel like they can watch us
And like
then
we hang
see
out
us
with them
outside.
for,
Exactly.
like, at
and
least
that's-
like 20 minutes we're talking to
That's
these
the
people
difference,
before
like-
we're like, oh yeah, by the way.
like, you know, you're pulling people from, you know, next time they do a don't tell at the bottom of St. Jude's Hospital or whatever, they'll you know, they'll have a bunch of people from like fucking like, you know, New Jersey
Inquirer.
there. Yeah, exactly. Philadelphia Inquirer will write a story about it and everything, and it'll be beautiful. And then they can see how good our show was at Helium. You know, it's just bullshit. Stop fucking putting shit on Facebook. Go out there and hang a fucking flyer up, you lazy pieces of shit. It's so annoying. And everybody...
How are you mad now?
I'm always mad. I'm always mad. Because you know what? I was getting phone calls at the beginning of the week like, oh, are you sure you're not going to throw $5 on an Instagram ad? You sure you don't want to pay for this? These people... Everyone can suck my dick. Nobody, you know, and it's just annoying. It's just annoying.
I agree that it's annoying.
No, this is my fun. This is how I have fun.
It was so nice and
pisses
sweet.
me off.
It was so nice and sweet, and you're like,
It can't
yeah.
stay that way forever.
You're like, yeah, I agree with that. Also, everybody can suck my fucking dick.
Whatever, dude. Whatever. They were there gritting their fucking teeth.
That's true. Yeah, I had a couple yeah, good show, like not stoked interactions. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever. And this isn't to say I get it, right? I get being angry. Whatever, right? I get angry sometimes. It's totally fine. But like
You are angry.
I am angry, you know, but like my thing is this. Hating ass motherfuckers. Stop just not believing in it. You know, it's annoying. It's just annoying. We showed you. Book my friends, you fucking idiots. Like, what are you doing?
No.
What are you doing? Whatever. Keep DMing me though. Anyway, thank you so much for coming to Brotherly Laughs. It really means the world.
It was a lot of fun, dude. I have all genuine feelings about it.
These are genuine. I feel
I know,
nothing
I
but
know.
love in my heart.
Yeah.
People just think, you know, whatever. I'm not actually mad. I just like, you know, like a lot of people think like, oh, they're doing this for fame or money, you know, and I just mean stand up in general. I do this out of spite. I
Yeah,
do this
sort
for
of.
pure spite reasons. I'm like Tom Brady. Pure spite championship.
I'm like Tom Brady.
Yeah. He's gonna kiss his kid on the mouth.
Kiss George on the mouth every night.
I'm like Michael Vick.
Black. Fast, yeah. Relax, all right? Don't say that. It's racist.
Right, it's called scrambling in the league.
Anyway, I'm sorry to make the mood sour, but it was good.
Nah, dude, you didn't
No, dude,
sour
it was a great night.
It was
the
good,
be-
just-
it was the best night of my life, dude.
It was great.
Fantastic.
Everyone did great. Book my homies. Book the
Yeah,
homies.
That was like genuinely probably the most important night of my life as of late, dude.
It was
As of
beautiful.
forever, actually. I think.
It was beautiful. It was definitely the most important night of our comedy careers, hands down.
Yeah,
You
for
know,
sure.
And everybody did great. I'm really proud of all of you guys. What time are we at?
Inshallah. We're at 55.
April 11th, Scott Holden, Ortlieb's.
April 18th, me and Chrissy will be at fucking Rosie's Taco Bar, aka Club 624, dude. Catch
Me and
us.
Chris here in New York on
AKA
April 2nd.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah, me and Brody are in Montco at the Dutch, April 8th.
Oh,
we
hell
can't,
yeah.
that rules. We can't keep plugging all this shit. I just told people to book you. All right, yes. All right. We love you so much. Episode 25.
Brotherly lads.
We'll see you at the second one.
Hell yeah.